We'll find out. As we get into this, it's going to be Kai and Thaiph versus Lopes and Use. We've already pointed out the legends.
And we're going to be having, like, we're on Mos Eisley, so the splash zones are going to be a little bit further away, but, like, we have 2 Terroses on the screen and an Ashe. So I don't think KO potential is really going to be a problem here, especially with the way, like, Lopes has been KOing vertically. Thaiph and Kai have been finding the signatures that they need when they need them, or, okay, setting up potentially the Axe ground pound. I don't really know what that Axe side air was.
I think he thought Lopes was coming towards him. Like, Lopes kind of moved to the right, and he was like, maybe I got to dissuade him. I think he was a little too focused on his potential threat instead of just trying to get that 1v1. Ooh, okay. Stomp, fake out.
He kind of got caught there in between both members of the blue team, but that stomp also made contact onto Use, so Lopes wasn't able to do too much after it. Okay, man, that's gonna KO, dude. That was from like the right side of the left third of the stage.
Yeah, that KO'd relatively early on a map like Mos Eisley. Use not able to hit the ground pound. Thaip's had a little bit bigger of a ground pound, and that is going to give the red team the stock advantage as Thaip's still sitting on that first stock.
They're going to be looking for the KO onto Thaiph here. There's the side light into the neutral air, and he's just ready, man. GCD light into the down air. He's just so ready off of the side light neutral air coming out from Use. Oh, that could be really bad. I was really worried that recovery was going to reach up and make contact with Use.
Yeah, I really like that Lopes kind of recognized, you know what, that's a Lance off stage being threatened by an Axe. I should go back over there and try to help out the teammate, and opted to go over there, hit that recovery onto Kai, and end up making sure that his teammate stayed alive.
Neutral air off the top, not enough to KO just yet, even with all that strength that Lopes has on Nash. Oh, nice fadeaway into the side air.
Stomp, side air, not quite enough. Lopes able to hit a big side air. Ground pound from Thaiph, just raw on the top of Use, but Lopes not able to take him out in time.
Yeah, Thaiph did a great job of waiting out that weapon toss that came to the right from Lopes. That was kind of all he could do in that moment. Oh, the instant follow-up there to make sure that's a guaranteed KO. Again, the side sig, I love that as a follow-up option because it has like a pretty vertical hitbox as well at like that 45-degree angle. So you can hit a move that sends a little bit up, and where like some other moves might not make contact there, like you can find the hit there when you need it.
Yeah, he's kind of using it like the Wusheng Gauntlet or Spear neutral sig, right? Like it just covers enough of a vertical space. Falling side air, though, will take out Thaiph. And now everybody's onto their final stocks. Kaito doing a really good job just dancing around Lopes using his top platform.
He was like right on top of Lopes for like 10 seconds, and they just like couldn't figure out what to do to hit him.
He's just the world's largest fly in the face of Lopes. Nice falling side air. Lopes going out there, but Kaito gets below that side air. He's going to hold on. Very critical avoidance of a side air there.
Oh, the on-stage ground pound from Lopes. The landing instantly gets punished by Kai with the stomp side air, splitting the blue team up with that side air. The neutral air, not enough to KO. He's a little bit too low, even on the high-strength Teros. The weapon toss is going to interrupt after that stomp. He's not able to find the true combo side air follow-up for the KO.
Man, but you can feel the control the red team has. They're just like, all we got to do is get these big hits. The stomp, side air, it'll eventually KO with how much damage is on the board. They take out Lopes, the scoop up, not quite enough. But once again, red team, they're not going over eager. It's going to just be the scoop up.
I was expecting Thaiph to go for yet another scoop, especially when you saw him go down onto the main platform. It was just like all I was waiting for is that single jump so he could scoop. Maybe he turns it around so he can scoop behind him first to get the earliest hitbox, or he like tries to wait out a dodge or something like that and then punishes with a down air after we saw how close that first one was to KOing.
Okay. Mos Eisley still on the board, so that's where we're going to be going. As again, no character swaps. Looking at the damage numbers, though, I feel like Use was the one who was a little bit behind, struggled a little bit more than everyone else, putting out 362 damage. Everybody else 500 plus.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Here we go. Nice start there. It's going to be Use who gets aggressive at the start, and red team just built a wall with the unarmed neutral light and let the teammate pick up the weapon.
It is really interesting because like we've talked about it so many times, like how large this stage is and how like that's absolutely true, and especially true when you don't have like 3 or 2 Teroses and a Nash on the screen. But it is crazy, like it kind of is just all equalized, all of the defense, all of the strength, all of how big this stage is when you have so many heavy hitters on screen.
Yeah, I mean when you hit hard enough, every stage is a small stage, right?
Yep.
Right now, though, blue team struggling
Man.
as they are more damaged. It's going to be the scoop up.
Again, we've seen like so many recoveries get punished. Oh! Sidelight into the down air. That's going to be Thaiph without a weapon. Oh, the goofy pickup on that corner. Unfortunately, wasn't ready for it. And then right after that, the D-light into the down air, man. And then that right there. Stocks are flying, dude.
That was a little awkward there. That was Thaiph hitting a neutral light on the teammate, but great capitalization there from Lopes. That's twice now where he's been able to capitalize with that side air. Okay.
Man, the
Good
stomp
dares.
down airs from the hammer
Go.
players today. Okay.
Gets
my
slapped by
gosh.
Kaito on the offstage with the axe.
Just totally clobbered him. He ripped the recovery a little bit early, and that's all he needed to find the axe recovery right after that super early KO.
And the whole time, Lopes was not able to get there and provide any reprieve. Like, Thaiph was just blocking all of it. Neutral light, not able to get the follow-up there. Use only one on his final. Stock comes down, hits a side air. Both red team members not in KO percent, though.
Lopes does hit the spear recovery, doesn't get interrupted by the hammer down air from Kai this time. Nice side air, splitting up the red team. Just gets around the D-light from Kai and then hits the in-light into the side air follow-up. Lopes is kind of going crazy right now. That's 3 KOs on the second stock.
I love the patience there, trying to hit that recovery after the reaction. It's ultimately Yus who gets the recovery. Top of the map, Lopes doesn't have enough actions, so you see him drift away. He was sweat beating, and he's like, all right, I can't go for the recovery here.
Oh, nice. Especially to get that follow-up on both members of the red team after Yus hit the D-light downer on one of them.
Lopes can go off stage, stomp, side air, everybody in final stocks.
Oh.
Yus has to survive.
This is so scary for Yus. Complete disengage, hanging out by the two sons of Tatooine.
It's Mos Eisley.
Yeah, that's like on Tatooine though, right?
Oh,
Or is
is
that
that?
Mos Eisley they're playing? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You're smarter than me. Stomps on the left side. Stomp side air, though. Thaiph might fall first. Lopes hits the nair. Suddenly, blue team looking solid.
I was expecting the side sig, but Lopes came in with the in sig. He was a little bit too high, so Thaiph was able to get in there, punish him for it. Ooh, he's without a weapon, though. Instantly sent away! He can catch with the D-light so well. He's doing that kind of better than like any other hammer player out there right now. Catching the follow-up with the D-light is like, it's tough. It's definitely tougher than it used to be. And like, you have to know exactly what move your teammate is going for. That also requires your teammate to go for the right move there and not something that's going to elevate the opponent up a little bit too much for that stomp to find a connection.
Yeah, I mean, Lopes, he's just so quick on the reactions. There were so many times where he was able to capitalize off just like the tiniest thing. Like even like the first stock they took off the red team was Thaiph accidentally neutralizing Kaito, and Lopes was like, okay, fast fall side air. Immediately blue team's back into it. Huge credit to Lopes for being able to keep that one in.
Yep, and he did 783 damage that game. Huge. He also did 5 signatures, hitting more than half of them.
All right, this time it's going to be 3 hammers on Mos Eisley. Neutralite, Lopes in the air, not able to follow up that time. Stomp side air, Yus trying to cover, but Thaiph going to punish him for it.
I feel like that ground pound from Kai was just mostly to throw something out, but also get down there in case they wanted to go for like one player high, one player low, that they could follow up with like a recovery to catch an early stock off of that. So I really like that ground pound from Kai, even though it was like technically really telegraphed. I think it was just to get down there. Nice stomp into the neutral air. The vertical game from the hammer players, stomp dare, stomp nair. It seems to be a very South American thing.
I mean, the dares, they work, and they're getting the KOs. Right now, it's Lopes onto his second stock. Down sig! Just that half jump height, enough to take out Yus, but Lopes
so
with the back
sick.
step side sig.
He's so sick, hitting the stomp and then not going for the true combo follow-up instantly because he knew he would get interrupted. There's the recovery for the KO. Lopes again, showing that he is the KO master for his team.
Unfortunate there for Yus. He hits the recovery, but it's just not quite enough damage to take out Kaito. Kaito's going to fall on the left side. Right side, Lopes hit by a hammer, but manages to come back safely, and Yus just building a wall, making sure Thaiph can't get in the way of it.
Yeah, throwing out that D-light there kind of sent Thaiph a little bit away, scared him away at least long enough for Lopes to be able to recover safely.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Double coverage.
Mos Eisley might be saving in there against that nair. There's the neutral air this time coming out from Hughes. Ooh, great interruption.
He's able to dodge in
Lopes.
time there.
Oh! Dude, that KO! No way!
Even with the bounce, it was enough. There was just enough damage onto Thaiph. Right side, Kaito hits a side air, not gonna KO. Dude, Lopes has just been living.
Yeah, it went from like him almost being like a little bit of a detriment in that moment, or really us thinking like, okay, if you end up losing this stock, then you become the detriment to your team, and him just saying like, okay, I won't lose the stock. Actually, Hughes is gonna lose his first. There's the stomp side air to get the full team wipe on blue. Red team's still in the lead here because Kai is living on second.
Yeah, but Thaiph can't relax just yet. He knows he's kind of the linchpin here if the blue team decides to collapse onto him. So Kaito going wild onto Lopes. If they take him out, the threat is null.
Dude, he's stuck without a weapon, and then Hughes also has sword. Instantly punished. There's a sidelight into the neutral air, but Lopes gets the turnaround on the left side. Does find the KO. Kai now spawning in, has the weapon. The instant wake-up side sig does miss. Both members, oh, okay, they were almost stuck over on the wall on their own. Lopes just barely falling now, and it's Hughes. Stuck in the 1v2. Oh, tried to go for the big play with the ground pound.
Yeah, wasn't quite able to do it. You see him dash landing across the map. Kaito just gonna put out a hitbox there. That down air stomped into the side air, and the red team able to get another one. That's gonna be 2-1 in favor of Kaito and Thaiph.
That was just a really difficult spot for Hughes to find like any sort of landing whatsoever. If you try to land with like a down air on the opponent there, like that's just perfect get hammer downlighted territory. Even if you hit one of them, you're probably not going to hit both. So if you hit one of them, like the other one's going to be right behind him ready to do that. It's going to like lock you into the ground. If you try to land with like a landing side air, I feel like the red team is going to be able to react to that in time, and at least one of them or both of them will backdash in time or have a dodge or anything like that. And then all of a sudden you're just kind of stuck there as the fuel runs out of your rocket lance, and again, it's hammer downlight territory. He was in KO damage. It's on Mos Eisley, but it's against like 2 Terroses, so like it's just gonna be curtains for you in that moment.
It's definitely a challenge that was not able to be accomplished, but we're here. Game number 4. Hughes and Lopes still in this one. Same map, same picks. Top of the map, Lopes not able to KO Kaito just yet.
This is really scary. Hughes is taking a lot of damage. The hammer recovery. Is there going to be a weapon toss down? The weapon toss actually comes from Lopes. I thought we were going to see it from the red team. Stomp side air, and he's going to be gone. This gives them a lot of potential to find the KO here against Lopes. There's the recovery, setting up the edge guard. No, they both actually disengage.
Ooh, I like that from Hughes. Gets in there, hits that downlight chase dodge up twice. Oh, but immediately the red team able to get some big damage out onto him. Lopes not able to get the KO just yet.
Yeah, they haven't been able to find a single KO on this red team yet. Lopes is finding almost all the moves that he needs. Oh, he almost got that off the top too. They still haven't been able to find this stock on a Kai. Hughes is like in red again already on second stock. Now they got Lopes. And they're okay. They're going to go in with the perk pivot down air.
Yeah, he's just getting dragged around right now. It's got to be the Lopes show, at least for a little bit. Left side, Lopes not able to get the KO. Man, look at Thaiph's health. 3 stocks barely into the red just now after that down air, but he falls pretty quick. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be about like the earliest KO that they can hope for. It was a nice follow-up there with Hughes hitting the downer after the recovery from Lopes. A double ground pound, another attempt. It does get interrupted. It gets flashed out.
That was a scary spot. It is going to be Hughes who falls. Lopes with a gravity cancel side sig. Kaito, he's got the teammate there just in case. Gravity cancel down sig to get back onto the stage.
Okay, Lopes' hammer starting to do work here. There's the stomp side air. Unfortunately, no follow-up from Hughes. There's the follow-up after the whiff side sig from Lopes. There's the side air. And Thaiph's going to have to throw that stock away. He knows it was done. He wants to get back in as quickly as possible so that they can't get this stock off of Kai. And all of a sudden, the blue team would have a lead if that happens. Well, technically, they do have a lead.
Yeah, I mean, they've built up a decent amount of damage here. Kaito's got to be careful. Can't fall just yet. Lopes, also in the red, he's putting up a big game. Hits that ground pound. Down light. Oh, Hughes!
What? That was a weird option there to go for the GC sidelight. I don't really know how you follow up off of that. We're even, Duke. This was looking like it was really worrisome for you. I almost get the KO off of that. Lopes really going out there, dude.
He wants it.
He saves the dodge to get through Kai. Hughes dipping onto the stage. Is he going to be done for this? Okay, he's able to get back over onto the wall.
Does get disarmed by the neutral air from Kaito. Going for the mix-up there with the Yensig. Lopes target swapping while in between two Terroses, but Hughes is going to fall. Left side, red team might be able to clutch it here. Lopes!
Oh, this is
going to get one. 1v1. He has got no weapon, but a great landing. Stomp, side air, and Kaito and Thaiph clutch it out and win it 3-1.
Oh, dude, it's tough looking at the ending screen here and seeing Lopes again doing 700 plus damage. And I want to give credit to Hughes because it looked like it was really, really scary for him. Like he was going to go out super early, and then all of a sudden, everybody on the board was going to have 2 stocks to their name, and Hughes was going to be out of the game. But then he at least like stopped taking as much damage, and then all of a sudden,